Well, the inauguration of Donald Trump as president in January will signify a political shift that's well underway around the world. And Karina Hubert joins us now for more on this transformation and this push towards populism that we're seeing, Karina.
Yeah, that's right, Michelle. On Tuesday morning, Robert Greifeld, the CEO of Nasdaq, the world's second largest stock exchange, spoke at the Council on Foreign Relations here in New York City about some of the political dynamics that are sweeping the Western world these days. Populism's first electoral coup, of course, was the UK vote on Brexit this summer. The news shocked the world and instantly led to a dramatic drop in the value of the pound sterling. It also sparked concerns about the future of London as a financial capital. But Greifeld's outlook isn't quite so dire.
I believe that the UK and London in particular will continue to thrive in a post-Brexit world, and will find a strong place. And they can reimagine trading partners, but it's also important to realize that Europe needs the UK.
Another big surprise this year, of course, was Donald Trump's win here in the United States. The day after it was clear he would be headed to the White House, the U.S. stock market rallied hard, with bank shares doing particularly well on the expectation that a Trump presidency will mean less regulation. But Greifeld says don't expect a total overhaul.
I would predict this, and it's just a prediction, that you'll see under the Trump regime, you'll have a period of refinement of regulation, but not wholesale replacement. So when you think about Reg NMS, or you think about Dodd-Frank, there's a myriad of areas where they need to be improved, parts of it dropped, and hopefully we see that kind of action.
Now, Greifeld might feel that way because, in his mind at least, banks have unfairly gotten a bad rap after the global financial crisis.
So we've lived through the past 8 years where this has been, if you're Wall Street, you're a big bank, you might as well throw everybody out of the temple. So I'd like to see that tone change under President-elect Trump. There's just no doubt about that. And banks are an important cog of everything we do.
And what about Trump's anti-trade, anti-globalization rhetoric? Well, Greifeld says he understands why people responded to it, as globalization has hurt some workers. But he also says the bigger threat to jobs isn't the outsourcing of labor, but automation.
Self-driving cars are essentially a reality. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, they're here. And if you look at the trucking industry and the people associated with that, there's about 10 million jobs, right? So to the extent that this changes in the next 5 years, that's a lot of displacement in a short period of time.
So, Michelle, he's more worried about the rise of the robots than globalization. That's a remarkable thing to say for a man who built a career on technology.